Well, when the crowd gets roaring here, it certainly sounds like about 80,000. I think it'll be a bit short of that, though. We get underway for this huge game between Essendon and Collingwood. And the ball's not clear in the centre circle. Yes, it does through Tony Shaw. Chopped off by Doolan. A clever smother by Buckley. And a further tap up the ground, but it goes to Harvey. He clears across the half-back line. Was buried after he got rid of it. And so the kick will come up the ground. A relayed free kick to be taken in between right half-back and right centre wing by Paul Hills.
Yeah, Sanford giving away that free kick. Jumped into Harvey after he had kicked the ball.
Paul Hills to the half-forward line. Thumped the ground and clears the pack. Monkhorst goes in after it. As the players congregate here at half-forward, it's socket off the ground. A hand pass comes out to Krasiska. Krasiska to the half-forward line. It clears the pack. Scott Russell races after. Good. Oh, no, it cleared the line. Boundary umpire on the scene. And wearing those brightly coloured wristbands to distinguish them from the field umpires, of course.
Ricky Olorenshaw with a job on Gavin Brown, very close to him.
Now Alessio won that hit out. The ground hand pass comes out to Buckley. Hills hotly pressing him. Good play by Buckley. Taken by Alessio. Hand pass was a poor one. It was meant for Thompson. Williams to Brown. The Magpies off and running. Tony Francis on the left foot. Straightens up. Oh, great kick by the little rover for a goal. Good start to the Magpies. Magpie magic. As Tony Francis kicks the first goal of the game.
Yes, and those players all will need to fire today for Collingwood. Tony Francis, there's a good little hand pass there from Tony Shaw. Buckley in everything early, gets the knock away. Alessio, very poor hand pass there. Looking away, didn't look where he's hand passing. Came to Williams, there's Gavin Brown again following up the play. And these players need to perform well. Francis, not knowing he's a goal-kicking rover, only kicked 13 goals in 1993 from 18 games.
Well, Alessio just back from a 5-match suspension. Got his hand to that. Tony Shaw once again out of the middle. He's doing all right. Here's Paul Williams, the speedster. Away goes from Doolan. Doolan just got a hand on him. Up to the edge of the goal square. Rocker losing ground. It's back out to the 50. Ben Doolan. Up towards half-forward. Krasiska can't take the mark. Hassel at the back. Fantastic hand pass to Francis. Left-footed by Tony Francis. Long in the direction of Rocker. Flood knocks him down to mark the Flood.
Yes, on to Watson. And the Bombers come away through Harvey. This is Olorenshaw. Ricky Olorenshaw onto his favoured left foot. Oh, an ordinary kick. Yes, a poor kick. Oh, Monkhorst has dropped the sitter. Here's the new player, Russell Williams. A quick kick. Down to Salmon. Oh, big Paul Salmon has marked, and this is a good start to him. Being picked up by Johnny Valentine, and there's a big height difference there, Bernie.
Well, the pressure's on this week on Paul Salmon. He's only kicked six goals in 4 games. His form's been very ordinary. They certainly need a lift from this big full-forward ruckman, Paul Salmon. 187 AFL, VFL games. And the height of this man certainly will worry Johnny Ballantyne.
He also leads very quickly, Salmon, for a tall man.
206 centimetres. John Ballantyne is 188 centimetres, so distinct height advantage.
So Salmon from directly in front. It's a high floating kick. He's hooked it slightly. And he's missed. So it's a bad miss from directly in front, and he's not happy with himself. It would have been the lift he needed to kick a goal early in the game.
Ballantyne kicks in short. Gee, put right under the hammer. A slips catch by Wright, still behind half-back. Kick by Graham right out to the wing. Salmon got back there quickly and takes another mark.
This is good for the confidence, though, Drew. Those couple of marks early, Salmon. He hasn't been marking the ball hardly at all in the last couple of games.
Here's kick inside centre half forward. It comes to the back, but it's all Collingwood. Hassel. On the 50. Cockatoo Collins leaves it for Mercury. He loses ground, but it slips through Alessio's fingers. Hills. Buckley approaches. Hills steps round him. 52 metres out. Won't make it. Ballantyne at the back. In the goal square and rushed through by Hassel. Bit of desperation there.
Yes, young John Hassel. He's a greatly improved player, doing well down there in defence. Now, Johnny Ballantyne kicked out short last time. He's a beautiful kick. Let's see if he goes for the short. He's thinking about the short one again. He should go back, I think, and just roost out of the danger zone.
He must go for safety here, Peter. He must go long.
The umpire telling him to get on with it. He is a long kick. A drop punt out wide, looking for Monkhorst. He's caught behind, punches away from Hurd. Number 7, you see there is Mark Fraser, whose dad was a great player for the Bombers, Kenny Fraser. Nathan Buckley tucks it under the arm, has a couple of bounces, and he is a beautiful long kick as he brings it in towards Rocker. Rocker, one-handed. Oh, what a mark! Terrific mark by the big full forward. Out with the big mitt, and he hooked it in.
And a bit of heavy stuff there from David Flood, playing at full back on Sav Rocker. A very, very promising player, this man. And there's the player that delivered the ball into the forward line there, Nathan Buckley. Great to see a player can kick 60 metres on the run as he can.
So Severio Rocker directly in front. Kicks at goal. And I think he's kicked it. Yes. So the Magpies, a terrific start. They've kicked 2 goals straight to the Bombers, 2 behinds.
Yes, terrific start here by Collingwood. And a long kick out from full back. It spilled there to Fraser. And here's the danger man for the Essendon side as far as I'm concerned. Nathan Buckley, 2 or 3 bounces, was prepared to take the Essendon players on. And great to see the long and direct kick in the forward line, the big frame of Rocker doing the rest.
Back in the middle, Collingwood break from the centre again. Right, just trips over himself. The whistle's gone, the umpire will ball it up. Bit of a miracle that Graham Wright's out there. An ankle operation 2 weeks ago. That was James. James playing his 3rd game. Norwood recruit. Thompson just gets the ball away. Mercury goes back. Cockatoo Collins round the corner. Denham. Mercury. Long ball to Salmon. Pushed out. Free kick right in front.
Yes, you can see big problems for Ballantyne down there, Bernie.
Well, that was pretty obvious, that one, wasn't it? That was that was very blatant, that push in the back there from Ballantyne.
You can't play Salmon from behind, can you?
And it's good to see this man at least leading today, Peter. As you said earlier, is almost impossible to stop when he's on the lead and jumping at the ball with conviction.
Bombers still looking for their first goal. Salmon right in front, kicking from 25 metres. He's got it. Collingwood 2 goals, Essendon 1 goal 2.
Well, this is just a start that Paul Salmon needed to boost his confidence. It's been certainly down over the last few weeks. 6 goals in 4 games, not enough from this very talented player. As we see this again in replay, Cockatoo Collins around the corner. And it's good that Essendon gets the ball quickly into the forward line to give Salmon a chance. There it is, the push out by Ballantyne, obviously worried about Salmon's height.
Now, Monkhorst versus Alessio, a poor bounce, favours the Magpies. Here's Tony Shaw going back towards Francis. Francis doing well early, onto the left foot. Brings it to the half-foot line. Mark Harvey at the back flies. 2 bites of the cherry. And a good mark by Harvey.
Playing on Glenn Sanford, who's centre-half forward with McCartney.
Oh, dangerous kick. Oh, Cardinal Senior, don't wait for the ball, as Denham did then. Here's Doolan racing after. The umpires found a free kick back here to Gavin Wanganeen across the half-back line.
The reigning Brownlow medalist up towards centre wing. Monkhorst punches from behind. Doolan's there. Good spoil by Russell. And the ball goes out of play.
Nathan Buckley playing on the wing on Paul Hills. Tony Shaw being picked up by David Calthorpe.
Fine, mild and sunny, and we've reached the top of 21. Might just get a little bit higher than the expected top. Monkhorst down to Shaw. Shaw right in the engine room to start this one. Here's Rocker. Punches on, but there's no one there. Tim Watson first back. Game 301. He's missed the last 2. Comes out to the member side. Buckley.
Interfered with, Drew.
Free kick to Buckley. Hill's got him. Buckley goes quickly, unmarked, inside 50, and the mark taken by Brett James.
Good play by Buckley, wasn't it?
Well, he's playing on this wing on the member side of the ground, but he's all over the place. Both sides of the ground. He's not content to stay in one place.
He'll need a 50-metre kick. Oh, it's a great effort, but away to the right. Oh, did it? Snuck in. Gee, that was an effortless-looking 55-metre kick.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, James looks like he could be a good pickup for Collingwood. The former Norwood player is picked up at number 31 in the 93 March draft. You see this kick that looked to be drifting away to the right, but just snuck in. He played nearly 100 games in South Australia with Norwood, as I said.
Ten points the margin. The Magpies lead, and they've got a free kick in the centre of the ground here to Gavin Brown, who was interfered with as he came through the pack. Now, the Magpie star and captain loves these big games, loves the MCG. Very big-hearted player, Gavin Brown. Brings it to full forward. He's looking for Rocker. It clears the pack. Collingwood looking very, very quick down here. Russell gets it back to James. James for his second. It floats. Oh, good kick. Another one to the Magpies. Brett James has kicked two. Recruited from Norwood. And what a start. 4 goals straight, the Magpies. Essendon, 1-2.
Two great goals to James. Brett James, the Norwood boy, has kicked, well, his first goal today was his first goal in AFL football. This one's his second. Good hand pass there from Scotty Russell, playing his first game for the year. That one's right through the middle. Already Grenvold on for the Bombers.
Free kick in the middle to Collingwood. They take it quickly. Krasiska, they're running the Bombers off their feet at the moment. No mark. Rocker got it through the pack, but chopped off by Wanganeen. He goes towards the outer side. Here's the skipper, Bomber Thompson. Played his first game for the season last week after calf problems all pre-season. Kick to half forward. Hurd outnumbered 2-1. McCartney got a hand to it. Down to Kerrison. 1990 premiership player. Haven't seen much of him in the last couple of years. Hassel met a dead end with Denham. Denham did well to Cockatoo Collins. Just taken away from him by Francis. Down the boundary line. Wanganeen keeps it in. Great tackle. That was magnificent by Williams. It'll be a throw-in.
Yes, top tackle by Paul Williams. He's very quick. It's at half forward for the Magpies. They look sharp. Moncourse versus Alessio. Alessio taps it down. Quick kick by Kelthorpe. Back towards centre wing. The hand pass is wide. Here's Shane Kerrison crashing his way through the pack. He's looking down towards Sanford, who plays a very hard game. Williams gets it to Grenvold. Grenvold to half forward. 2-on-1. Hurd was the lone one down there. Hassel mops up for the Magpies. Buckley all over the place at the moment. And very poor kick by Buckley. Alessio caught high. There must be a free kick to Stephen Alessio and centre wing.
Yeah, Sills has been taken off for Essendon. Grenvold now playing on Buckley on the centre wing member side.
Harvey for the Bombers. Buick. Second leading goal kicker last year behind Salmon. They need some scoring potential here. They're messing around with it. Just get out of it. Buick off the left. Hurd. Great mark.
He's terrific overhead mark, Burning, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a good kid, James Hurd. He plays either end of the ground there as McCartney. They're putting enormous pressure on James Hurd. Terrific pair of hands. Sets his sight, eyes on the ball, and really flies for it with conviction.
Collingwood, 4 straight goals. Essendon, 1-2. The Bombers need this. Poster. Well, equal scoring shots, but the margin's 15 points.
And there's Michael Simons about to come on the ground, maybe in the short little kick in by Ballantyne. Oh, dangerous because Buick's got it. Gee, they're dangerous, those short kicks. Now Williams. Now around the corner goes, well, it was Mercury, and he has just missed to the right. Mark Mercury. So they're having plenty of pots now. Off the ground for the Bombers is Robert Stevenson, the youngster. And Ballantyne, he's still looking for this short one. Look at this. Well, dangerous, but it comes off to Krasiska. Back to Ballantyne. Johnny Ballantyne. Hand pass is a poor one. Graham Wright is there to lend a hand though. Strong tackle at half forward. Now Denham gets it to Williams, who looks a player. Now a chance for Buick as he wheels around on the right boot, floats it across, and going back to try and take the mark was Fraser, and it rolls off his fingers and over the line for a throw-in.
Well, fortunately for Collingwood, Essendon hasn't been able to capitalise on those couple of very ordinary, the wrong options, I would think, from Johnny Ballantyne at fullback.
Well, Collingwood have the numbers over the century, and also they've won 6 of their last 7 against the Bombers. Now, from the boundary throw-in, here's a free kick to Calthorpe. And Tony Shaw, the man on the mark, is only about 20 metres from goal. So distance not a problem. Can Calthorpe steer it through? They've won 4 so far. Well, good looking effort. Yes.
Here's a kick again from David Calthorpe. Of course, a premiership player in 1993 with the Bombers. And that's what they haven't been able to do in the last couple of weeks, Essendon. They've certainly made a mess around goal. They've had the opportunities early and haven't been able to seal them.
Collingwood by 8 points. James is there trying to crash through. Monkhorst also. The quick kick out of the pack was by Brown to half forward. Oh, good mark. A very, very good mark. Taken down there for the Magpies by Stephen Ryan, the former Tiger. In towards Rocker. Oh, good agility by Big Severio Rocker, but there are 4 Essendon players in there after him. And the umpire will come in and bounce. But Big Severio, he's very agile for a big fella.
Yes, he did well to tie that up. Working hard, Severio, 106 kilos.
This one comes down and kicked out of defence. Brown goes over the top to take the mark from Ola Renshaw. Thumps it back to the goal square. 2 against 2 here. Ryan gets up high, number 41. Goes Goldwards, loses control of it. James has kicked 2 already, but he can't get clear here, and the umpire will ball it up. Umpires today, Rowan Saws, David Howlett and Trevor Garrett. Essendon, 5-2 on, have lost their last 3 in a row. I wouldn't be backing them at that.
Now, Wanganeen has thumped down the ground, and he'll get a free kick up as he got rid of the handball. The reigning Brownlow medalist, Kevin Wanganeen, the idol of the Bombers supporters, is in the back pocket. Only 8 points behind Essendon. Oh, Buckley.
Grenville did it over the ball there.
They've got to do something. I'd be tagging Buckley.
Well, surely they must look at where the ball's coming from to start off with.
Well, here's the kick. Rocker can't mark. Watson should take this through. And it's eventually forced through for a behind by Stephen Ryan. There's Timmy Watson, the veteran, former Channel 7 commentator, of course, at 4-1 to 2-4 as David Flood brings it to the outer side of the ground.
Grenville goes over the top to punch away to Doolan. Cockatoo Collins made a great start to his AFL career. He's nearly bowled over here by Buckley, and the ball is a free kick against Buckley. Cockatoo Collins, short pass round the corner, Denham. Sean Denham missed the first couple of matches this season, suspended in the grand final. His kick short of the 50. Third ball by McCartney. Ola Renshaw had it spent before he got it. And McCartney sees it out.
Well, it's at half forward for the Bombers. 9 points. They trail by Monkhorst and Alessio. Alessio won it with the left hand. Not a decisive kick. Oh, that's almost a throw by Williams. He threw it up to himself and got away with it. Up in the air towards centre wing. Sanford flies from behind and thumps at the ground. Bomber Thompson. Hand pass back. Grenville. Now, further afield is Ben Doolan as he brings it into half forward. He's looking for Hurd, but the Magpies come over the back. Here's Kerrison. Puts it on the ground. Then hooks it out. Oh, a lot of pressure on out here. Tony Shaw trying to get it out to Russell. He does so. Russell, a hurried kick under pressure. And Timmy Watson marks, cops one across the ear as he kicks it to the half-forward line. Oh, pressure on. Some staging going on for free kicks. Wanganeen gets it back. Racing forward is Mark Mercury. He chips it in short. It's a shocking kick by Mercury. Misses Hurd and just bounces before the line over the line for a throw-in.
Well, had he gone direct there, Peter, I think he may have almost kicked a goal. The goal was unguarded. Why go into that pocket?
Salmon to do battle in ruck. Here's Mercury with a second chance. Now Hurd. And a ball up about 10 metres out. Shane Kerrison played just 15 senior games in the last 2 seasons. But a lot of injuries at Collingwood. They made 7 changes, 5 forced on them this week. Hurd. And good smother by Ballantyne. Saved 5 points.
Well, it's 7 shots to 5. And Collingwood still in front, 25-17. So 8 points the margin. Johnny Ballantyne again going short. He finds Tony Shaw. And the Magpies through Hassel go towards centre wing. Umpire called play on. That's good umpiring. There's both players using hip and shoulder on each other. And David Howlett let it go. And that was good, as we see Alessio against Monkhorst. Right on the true centre wing position. Monkhorst taps it down. Brown, a hurry kick. Gets it to Shaw. Tony Shaw, a big chance for Sanford as he sets himself and marks 48 metres out from goal.
Tony Shaw's going well, 7 possessions.
Well, either Sanford or Ryan could have had that one. Des Ryan was, Stephen Ryan in beautiful position also.
From 50 metres, Glenn Sanford, a very high kick. Floats it to the right. And in fact sneaks it in for one behind. He didn't take much time over that kick, Bernie.
And also ran very close to the man on the mark.
So David Flood to bring it back in. The margin 9 points in favour of the Magpies.
Just over 4 minutes remaining to quarter time. Alessio. Well, he was suspended for 5. He hasn't been injured, so he's been doing all the training. But perhaps somewhat of a surprise that he came straight back as soon as he was available. One-hander by Hurd. A couple of steps to play on. The umpire's going to let him come back.
No, he was off. He definitely was off, James Hurd. Very lucky.
Away to Buick, 55 metres out. Salmon, it clears him for a behind.
The other thing, if the umpire...
And then he paid holding the man, but he had...
Well, let's have a look at it again. Here's the mark. No doubt about this. Very good positioning of the body. Terrific. There he goes. He's off. He's off. Now, let's see. Did he pay a free kick?
He paid holding the man, but you can see it was high anyway.
I don't think it was a free kick, Peter. I'm not sure on that one.
Tim Watson's gone off.
He was playing back pocket on Stephen Ryan.
Brown in front. Good mark.
He's good overhead. Gavin Brown. He and James Hurd, for their height, 2 of the best marks in the competition. Gavin Brown from half-back, the Collingwood captain, brings it towards Sanford. Harvey used his body to perfection, trying to crush his way through the backers. Tony Francis, the little rover, couldn't get through. And he's having plenty to say to the umpire.
Buckley's got Hills for a second time.
Now, here's Salmon. Oh, he's hooked it straight back towards Paul Williams. He's got heaps of pace. Punches it on. Goes and gets it again. Great play by Williams. Have a look at this. Oh, what's he done? 1 point, and that would have brought the house down if he could have put that through.
Yes, player with enormous pace, Paul Williams. He kicked 5 goals in the opening game of the season for Collingwood.
David Flood. Seems to have been at Essendon for a lifetime. High kick to Salmon. Monkhorst from behind. Tries to spoil. Bit of basketball. Here's Buckley. Round the corner off the left, but straight to Wanganeen. Kick by Wanganeen to centre wing. Oh, magnificent by Gavin Brown. And plays on. Not the greatest of kicks. And straight to Cockatoo Collins.
Yes, he read that well, Cockatoo Collins. On to Michael Simons. He's trying to beat the man. He does so. Now he's going to go back with a hand pass to Harvey. They didn't gain anything except eventually Harvey found himself in the clear to the half-forward line. Oh, danger here. Hills races with the ball. Graham Wright harassing him. Well played by Wright. And then he keeps it low around the boundary line. and he puts it over.
Tim Watson's gone off, Dipper.
Yes, Drew, he's having his right hamstring attended to at the moment. It doesn't look like he's in a lot of pain, but I think it's just a precaution.
Well, of course, he missed a couple of games with that hamstring problem, so it's not a good sign, though, Pete.
Calthorpe centres this one. Alessio can't take the mark. Francisca gets back. Goes towards the outer side to Fraser. Cockatoo Collins, fantastic pace to make that a contest from nothing. And he saw the ball out of play. Well done by Shea Cockatoo Collins.
Yes, that was great play by the youngster from Port Adelaide. Look at the way he chases this.
Yes, he did well making up ground there. Fraser looked certain to take that mark, but then Fraser did pretty well to get back there and contest as well.
Well, half forward for the Bombers. Salmon gets it down, but there he is again. Tony Shaw to the half forward line. Sandford has it punched away. The ball hits the deck. Wanganeen on to Hills. Hills brings it to full forward, and the mark has been taken by Mercury, who ducked into that hole there, 30 metres out from goal, directly in front.
Yes, so another Essendon Premiership player, Mark Mercury, of 1993. There's Wanganeen in the centre of the ground. Hills, who's had a spell already on the bench, delivering the ball in the forward line. Kerrison deciding not to go for the ball, but to watch the man. And Mercury, the only one with the conviction to go for it.
So Mark Mercury, for his first, runs in close to the man on the mark, chips it in, and I think this is a goal, all right. Yes. Mark Mercury has kicked his first goal of the game, and now the margin only 3 points in favour of the Magpies.
He's very, very talented young player, Mark Mercury. He played 20 games in 1993, kicked 25 goals, as we see the play leading up to this goal from Mercury. Wanganeen, good little hand pass there, good gift to Paul Hills. And there's a kick. Kerrison not even looking at the flight of the ball again there, and Mercury taking a simple mark.
Back in the middle, Monkhorst wins. Shaw knocks the ball further afield for the Pies. Sanford. Rocker takes another one close to the ground.
Nice big sub Rocker playing at full forward, 106 kilos, 194 centimetres, using his strength there to just get David Flood out of the way and take a very safe chest mark. 73 goals in 1993, the leading goal kicker for Collingwood. And he kicks the ball enormous distances also, this man.
35 metres out from goal. He's got his second.
And goal number 15 for the season for the big fellow, playing at full forward. Let's have a look at this mark again. Strength, all strength in this mark. Easy chest mark in the end, but just that left arm out, put Flood off balance, and the falling, very safe chest mark from the big fellow. 2 goals in the first quarter. David Flood, of course, not the regular Essendon fullback. Dustin Fletcher out with an injury.
So the Magpies by 9 points again. Monkhorst versus Salmon. Salmon wins it. Close to, high tackle on James.
He looks good, this James.
Yes, he's
haven't seen a lot of him, but he's a real goer, Pete.
Buckley, as the siren sounds, Stephen Ryan grabs it. But a very entertaining first term here at the MCG. Collingwood, 5-3-33, lead the Bombers, 3-6-20. Been a revelation. Brent James from Norwood kicking his 2 goals and very hard at the ball. But with that interview with Michael Long, we just realised how important a player he was to Essendon last year. As we see the umpire about to start the second term. 9 points. The Magpies lead. Monkhorst versus Alessio. And Buick getting in there after that ball. But that's where they've got to pick up Essendon. They've been well beaten around that centre bounce area. Let's see who gets it out this time. Monkhorst beaten to it by Alessio, but now Essendon come out through Buick. Buick in towards Salmon. Can't take the mark under enormous pressure from Ballantyne. Here's Mercury, goes to ground, trying to hook it out. Kerrison grabs him, and the umpire holding the ball. So obviously he wasn't trying hard enough to get it out.
50,000 Collingwood fans gave that decision.
So in the back pocket, Shane Kerrison brings it to the half-back line. Here's Cockatoo Collins. He went without it. but there's still a chance because Alessio has got it. Receives from Renshaw. Down towards full forward. Caught with the ball. And how are the umpire playing it? He's calling play on as Ballantyne received from McCartney. Up towards Fraser. Fraser to Buckley. Buckley with a booming kick to the half-forward line. Oh, Mark Harvey waited for it. Here's Flood trying to get in a hand, but no, he can't control it. Williams is there. Now Mark Thompson. Thompson back, and he finds Harvey.
Harvey's kick round the corner to half-back flank. Hills just beats off Ryan. One-hander taken by Bomber Thompson at the true right half-back position. His kick just over centre wing, but straight to Tony Shaw. Well, Shaw had 9 possessions in the first quarter, and he's just taken his 4th mark. So the veteran, the former skipper, going like a rocket today. Punch by Harvey. Doolan walks it over the line. High-priced recruit. Plenty of controversy about Ben Doolan coming from the Sydney Swans to Essendon in the March draft last year. Palm down goes to Brown. Bouncing ball for Rocker. Can he keep it in? Well, the players go out, the ball stays in.
And Big Severio thought he should have got a free kick for holding the man then.
Now a throw in.
Well, if you had a hand pass in front of him, which was pretty hard to see from there, it certainly would have deserved a free kick.
So Rocker versus Flood. Rocker taps it down with the left hand. Francis was into the pack. Now here's a kick around the corner for goal. And this could be a goal to the Magpies. And it is kicked by James, his 3rd.
Oh, what a find he is, Macca. What a find. 3 goals to that fellow. Brett James playing across half forward. As the tap out, the big fellow doing the ruck work there was Severio Rocker. And with the socks down there, looking very much like Graham Wright, but that is a terrific kick at goal there from that fellow, Brent James.
Back in the middle. Indecisive knockout. And another ball up. Brown last to get up. Gavin Brown has been superb. 9 possessions already for him. A 15-point lead to the Pies. 20 players around this ball up. Alessio wins. Brown takes it. There's James again, number 8. Socks down. Fraser. The irony, his father was a great for Essendon. Collingwood's opponent today.
Well, they're doing very well in those centre bounces, Collingwood. Tying it up very nicely. Gavin Brown very hard at the ball, leading from the front.
And another ball up. Alessio wins this. Well, McCurry, Calthorpe couldn't get hand or boot the ball, and we'll have about a 4th ball up in a row.
We mentioned Mark Fraser. He was actually discarded by Essendon. Collingwood picked him up. There's little Tony Shaw. He's setting a fine example, as is the captain, Gavin Brown. Here's Thompson. Getting it further afield to McCurry. McCurry to the half-forward line. They need a quick goal. Essendon. Here's Russell Williams. He looks good. Under Calthorpe, who puts it down to Buick. Buick straightens up from 40 metres, and he's hooked it. And one behind only. He normally snaffles those ones.
Yes, you could normally write that one down for a certain goal there to Buick. Hasn't been the prolific goal scorer he was in 1993.
Gee, they're coming in short every time. He's been found out a couple of times, Ballantyne, and maybe again. A poor hand pass to Fraser. Back to Kerrison, who was about 4 possessions to take it 20 metres. Salmon moving forward, gets in front to take the mark. Off to Buick. Buick dishes off the hand pass to Calthorpe. A further one. Simons, another hand pass, and Williams kicks a goal. Russell Williams, in his debut game, is on the scoreboard.
Well, the options from fullback not really working out for Collingwood at the moment. There's the mark to Big Paul Salmon, but the trouble starting with Ballantyne's kick in, going for the short kick. He received the hand pass back, but then the further hand pass certainly put his teammate Mark Fraser under enormous pressure.
8 points the margin in favour of Collingwood. Essendon nibbling away at it. Moncourt showing the victory sign there at that centre bounce. Now let's see what happens. He's against Alessio. Alessio won it to Grenville. It's locked in. He eventually gets in a hand pass, and the umpire sensibly will bounce. Well, Collingwood can't shake off the Bombers at the moment. Monkhorst down to Rocker. Rocker with pace. Out in front of Flood. Oh, good play by Rocker. Gets it to Russell. Scotty Russell from the boundary line on the left foot. Hooks it across the face. The race is on. And eventually Brent James, who has kicked 3, takes it across the line. Throw in deep in the forward pocket. Collingwood scoring in.
Flood. James has got it again. He comes back to Ryan. Out in front of goal. And punched away from Sanford for a throw-in. Mark Harvey doing the defending. 39-31. Collingwood leading. Ryan tried to take clean possession. And there's Calthorpe. And one thing that has happened a lot in this game is the umpire has thrown it into the turf a lot.
So it's about 25 metres out from the Collingwood goal. Rocker is there against Flood. Flood hooks it over the back. That was good play. Here's Denham trying to weave through the pack. He does so to Calthorpe. 2 against 1 here, all knocked away from Alessio. And little Tony Francis couldn't control. There's Stephen Alessio, who had a 5-match suspension. We've been itching to get back into this side. Half forward for Collingwood. Monkhorst almost received a free kick there. In fact, it was a free kick. He was interfered with 3 or 4 times. He can give it off to Buckley. Buckley wasn't aware that Doolan was coming. Here's Kerrison. He goes to ground. Umpire calling play on. Here's Kerrison again. A floating kick. Who has the courage? They all waited. Wanganeen at the back. And the Brownlow medalist will swing onto the left foot. And that is a very clever kick to Cockatoo Collins.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Kick by Cockatoo Collins wasn't so brilliant. And it's out of bounds at half back. But the poise of Gavin Wanganeen, no wonder he attracts votes. He didn't even win the club best and fairest last year, but he won the Brownlow.
Against Alessio again, I think, Drew. Around the neck there on Monkhorst. Monkhorst doing pretty well in the ruck.
And Monkey in his 100th game today, having plenty to say as well. Kick by Monkhorst to the edge of the square. Rocker from behind. A mark. The mark paid.
Surely not. Don't you have to hold him these days? What do you think, Peter? Was that a mark?
Well, I'd like to have another look at it. He had 2 bites at it. He didn't really hold it. Let's have a look.
Here he is. Takes the lead from behind. 1 touch, 2 touch.
No, he didn't.
Never had control of it.
He did not mark that.
And the crowd's just seen it on the big scoreboard here, and they're booing the decision to pay the mark. Well, at least the Essendon fans are. Rocker, he's kicked 2. Going for number 3. Sneaks it home.
Well, I just think on perfect days like this at the MCG, let's have a look at it one more time just to make sure on this, but I'm positive that Severio Rocker didn't hold it. 1, 2. He never had control of it. And really, I think that they're paying far too many easy marks these days. Make them earn them. Let them take control of them properly.
Darren Buick off the ground, and on is Damien Hardwick. So as the Bombers go forward through Grenville after a lucky goal to Collingwood, a very doubtful mark. That's a free kick for holding the man. It must be. To James Hird, and it has been paid. Now, Hird will kick from 50. So James Hird directly in front. They need a straight kick. It's close. It's a goal. Yes. Well, boy, did they need that. As James Hird kicks his first, and the Bomber supporters a lot happier now. 5-7 to 7-3, and once again they can't shake off the Bombers, the Magpies.
A very talented player is James Hird. The free kick played against McCartney for hanging on to the Guernsey. They're paying close attention to James Hird. Obviously, they realise how much of a dangerous player he is playing in that Essendon forward line.
Brad Plain is on the ground for Collingwood against his old side. James gets it out of the middle. Here's Plain. Thompson, his former skipper, he buries him with a good tackle, but was it in the back? No whistle. Rocker, good scoop. The hand pass wide for Plain, running out of room. Was it out before he kicked? I think, oh, the umpire said it's out on the full. I wouldn't mind betting he took it out before he kicked.
Yes, I'm with you on that one, Drew. Our commentary box right along that boundary line. So you can... anyway, it's a free kick to Mark Thompson at half back. He's looking for Alessio. It's thumped away, in fact, over his shoulder against Moncourse. That'll be a free kick to Stephen Alessio. He's right in front of the Melbourne Members Pavilion. Alessio, you think he'd be a little bit short of match practice. The ball at half back, Krasiska. A hand pass to Williams. Loses it to Denham. Back it comes to Simons. Now Cockatoo Collins. Williams for Collingwood. He went past the ball. Doolan ducks and weaves. Oh, good play by Ben Doolan. Hurd in front. Gets it to ground. Grenville. Olorenshaw was there. Tony Shaw working hard in the clinches. Paul Hills goes to ground. He tries to shuffle it out. Good umpiring to call play on. And it'll be a bounce on settled wing.
Down on the boundary line, Dipper.
Yes, Darren Buick is having his back manipulated. Looks like he's strained a hamstring as well. And from down here, I can tell that Essendon has picked up the pace down here.
Oh, that's a bad loss if Buick's out of this match.
Hills is just being interchanged and Stevenson coming back on, 17-year-old.
She's running the changes, isn't he, Sheedy?
Well, he was the one who most advocated a three-man bench. He got what he wanted, and I suppose you can use it as a tactic. Gee, there have been a lot of restarts. Too many players around, cannot get the ball out. So the job's with the umpire again.
But I'd rather a bounce than a ticky touch with free kick just plucked out through.
Look at the players around this. Comes down to Francis. His kick to the 50. Thompson playing in front. Well, Harvey it was. And Harvey's kick towards the members' boundary line. Finds the safety.
So there's the Collingwood president, Alan McAllister, with Graham Allen, the football manager, in their customary position on the boundary line. They love it down there. There's Mark Fraser with a quick kick to the boundary line. I think it'll be all right in a day like this, Bernie, but I don't know about those cold, wet winter's days.
Yeah, do a bit of sunbaking down there today, but I think the Bombers may be in a bit of strife with Buick with a hamstring, and Tim Watson maybe strained his hamstring also.
Tim was coming back from a hamstring strain. He's not getting any younger. Here's Tony Shaw on to Russell. Russell bends it back. Oh, what a great attempt. What a brilliant goal, Scott Russell. Beautiful football by Collingwood. You wouldn't see many better goals than that anywhere. Well played by Tony Shaw. 8-3 to 5-7.
Yeah, you're right, Peter. It was magnificent stuff. Monkhurst and Alessio going through it. There's a little give there from Gavin Brown to Tony Shaw. And running hard towards the boundary line was Scotty Russell. Good work in the goal square also by big Sav Rocker, just shepherding that one through.
Back in the middle in a 14-point break to Collingwood. Here's Tony Shaw again. A high ball to half forward. Russell, the goal scorer, can't mark. Comes to McCurry. His handball sits up badly for Harvey. Well, eventually he takes it. Here's misses the target. Olorenshaw through the middle. Up towards centre half forward. McCartney backs into the pack. Chance for the Bombers. Hurd fires out a hand pass. And a snap for goal by Hardwick. His first kick in league football is a score, but not a goal. A behind to Damien Hardwick. Flood's gone to the forward line for Essendon, and Rocker has a new opponent, 17-year-old Stevenson.
Graham Wright gets it to the half-forward line. Doolan putting the pressure on Williams. Oh, cleverly tapped out by Big Monkhorst on towards Buckley. Cockatoo Collins did that well. He was looking for Salmon. Salmon beaten to it by Monkhorst. Here's James, who's kicked 3 goals. He's been an excellent player. Back he comes to Tony Shaw, who's been a star. Shaw, free kick against Williams. No, free kick. A brilliant attempt to mark, but no doubt a free kick then.
What if you take the mark?
No, it doesn't matter, Drew. You can't use your hands.
He hooked him round the neck. You watch this.
Yep.
Oh, definite free kick.
Free kick, no doubt.
It'll make a great photo in the paper tomorrow.
Doolan onto Mercury. In towards Hurd. Hurd's got 2 to beat. Over the back. Hurd tries to tap it onto Salmon, in fact. Kelthorpe is there. Back it comes to Kerrison. Good play by the little back pocket. Tony Francis receives from Monkhorst. In towards Bradley Plain. Playing against his old club. Dodging. Weaving. Oh, coming in very hard. Shea Cockatoo Collins. He wanted that ball.
His great asset is pace, Cockatoo Collins. He can leave one wing, go to the other one. Boundary throw in front of the members here at the MCG. Francis running out of room. Collingwood 51, Essendon 38. About midway through the second quarter. In fine sunny conditions, perfect day. Alessio and Monkhorst. Big Alessio gets it out to Calthorpe, who had a touch of the fumbles. Monkhorst got it to Francis. A high ball. Rocker with a new opponent. Rocker!
Yeah, the big bloke causing enormous headaches down there for the Essendon defence with Dustin Fletcher out of this side. There's the young bloke, 17-year-old Robert Stevenson, playing at fullback now on big Severio Rocker.
That's a big risk by Sheedy to take Flood away, isn't it, Bernie?
Well, I don't think Flood was doing that badly anyway. Rocker had kicked 2.
That's what I mean.
And 1 from a doubtful mark, so 3 altogether before this.
And that should have been a goal, but he hooked it. 3 goals, 1 to Severio Rocker.
Well, I know he likes to ring the changes, and there's Lee Matthews. He wouldn't be happy with that. And Johnny Burt there in the background, the former great Essendon rover, now working for the Collingwood club. Now the chip kick comes into Mercury. Mark Mercury runs around Bradley Plain, has a bounce. Will he go again? Oh, he ran a long way. He chips it in towards the centre of the ground, taken by Grenvold. The Bombers trying to get something moving. Grenvold kicks to where they weren't waiting for it. Harvey had his back turned, and I thought it came off Harvey. Sanford paid the mark, gives it to Buckley. A beautiful kick by Buckley, finds Monkhorst.
Kick by Monkhorst. Rocker again. No mark this time. Brown. Denham, it's a free kick to Rocker.
Now, I think it's against Bomber Thompson here. Mark Thompson running back with the flight of the ball and took his eyes off it and did interfere here with, there you can see Thompson just interfering, giving the free kick away, pushing him in the face. He had no intention of going for the ball there, Peter.
Severio Rocker. He's had 5 kicks. This is kick number 6. Across the face. And out of bounds on the full. So he started with 3 straight, but has blotted his copybook.
See, they've had a chance here, Collingwood, to bury the Bombers, and they've missed a couple. Essendon, well, last year they came from impossible positions. They always fight it out, the Bombers. There's the kick to the half-back line. Good mark by Salmon. He's marking well. Will give him a lot of confidence. Paul Salmon at half-back. 4 marks he's taken. He brings it to half-forward. Hurd. He launches himself. He is a very, very good player, this guy. He's on centre wing. James Hurd to half-forward. Flood. Couldn't do it. Couldn't get... Oh, look at the pace of Cockatoo Collins as he launches himself onto this ball. Hooks it back. The little first gamer, Russell Williams, trying to get around. Hassel is there. Good backup support by McCartney. Across the face. Finds Graham Wright. And good teamwork by the Magpies. They get out of trouble, and a great kick to find Krasiska.
Gavin Krasiska, the former Queenslander, on a half-back flank. Up towards centre wing, and Brown takes Denham out. But Brown still in the van. Once again looking for Rocker. Thompson gets back again. Same free kick against Thompson.
Well, I'm pretty sure about that first one. There's no doubt I thought in my mind that the free kick should have been given. Again, though, Thompson flirting with danger by not looking at all at the ball. All he was going back was worrying it. See, let's have a look at it in replay. I don't think he interfered with him, though, Peter. There's no interference in that one. There definitely was the first one.
He didn't make any contact with Rocker.
The only thing the umpire could see in his mind there was that Thompson was not making any attempt to look at the ball whatsoever, but there was no contact, I agree.
So Severio Rocker goes for his 4th. He's got the shakes in the last 5 minutes.
So 3-2 to big Savrocker, and 1 out of bounds on the full. No contact whatsoever.
He missed him by 2 feet. How could that be a free kick?
Ridiculous free kick.
Anyway, now there's Darren Buick. That's bad news. That's really bad news. 2 hamstring injuries. And, well, 2 pretty good players in Darren Buick and Timmy Watson. As young Stevenson kicks it to the half-back line. Monkhorst thumps it away, and another free kick. Salmon to Doolan. Doolan to the half-forward line. Hurd couldn't mark. Harvey went without it.
We'll get a free kick for that, Pete.
And a free kick will go this time to Harvey, who was coming through that pack. They need a couple of quick goals, the Bombers. Harvey, a low trajectory kick, is a beautiful kick to Flood.
And it was a good lead.
And maybe Kevin Sheedy's idea is, well, we've got to take the punt. We're not kicking goals. Let's get David Flood up there, Bernie, and see if he can kick a few.
Yeah, well, maybe. I didn't think, as I said, he was doing such a bad job on Severio Rocker.
Yeah, but their forward line wasn't really functioning, was it?
No, it was not. Salmon started well early, although he missed a couple of opportunities. As David Calthorpe comes off for the Bombers also to be replaced by Tim Watson. So that's a good sign. At least Timmy Watson's hamstring must be reasonably okay for him to come back on the ground.
Well, David Flood, who missed a couple of vital ones against Melbourne last week. It's a high floating kick. It is close. I think this is through. Yes. So David Flood has kicked his first, and the move by Kevin Sheedy paying off. 8-5 to 6-8. Again, Essendon hanging in there.
Well, that's how he has produced this team. Kevin Sheedy, a very adaptable side. Flood from full back to full forward. Big Paul Salmon now doing the ruck work. Tim Watson has been brought back on the ground to replace Calthorpe and has taken up his position for the centre bounce right in that centre circle there.
Tim Watson just back on the ground. Goes by hand back to Doolan. High one to the 50. So to push out, play on. The umpire didn't play a mark or a free kick. Comes to Williams, to the goal square. And out of bounds in the left forward pocket. Russell Williams making his debut. Drafted from South Fremantle. Arrived over here and did pre-season with the Bombers. And makes his debut in round 5. McCartney tries to work it to the back. Still the Bombers a chance. Flood near the boundary line. He gets it behind.
Well, Kevin Sheedy deciding that the 2 ruckmen resting at full forward is not going to possibly win them the game, and moving Flood down there. And at the moment it looks to be working pretty well. Watson waits at the back. Hurd put his body in. Hurd goes to get it again.
He's gone again.
And his hamstring is gone. Tim Watson, rotten luck. And here's a free kick. Timmy Watson hobbling off the ground.
Straight off the ground.
And that's a 3 or 4 week job for sure.
Now on the boundary line, Dipper.
Yeah, unfortunately, Timmy Watson has come off. Also, David Calthorpe is having his Achilles attended 10-2, and Darren Buick is having his hamstring attended to as well.
Well, that's shocking luck for the Bombers. The 3 interchange may not be enough for them this afternoon.
Gee, and every club seems to be having this at the moment. Just the list of injuries is...
If someone could work out a cure for hamstring.
And Sanford hobbling off for Collingwood. He looks to be in a lot of trouble also.
Kick by Russell to the forward line. Bouncing for Rocker. He takes clean possession, then loses it. Daylight robbery. Doolan, the hand pass to Wanganeen. Further afield to Hardwick. His kick to centre wing. There's a fight on as the ball goes over their heads. Back near centre wing. Oh, watch the footy. That's what we're here for. Here's Hardwick again. His kick up short of the 50. Now the whistle's gone. A free kick is going up the ground to Essendon to be taken by Shea Cockatoo Collins. Denham and Francis with guilty smirks on their faces. Kick by Cockatoo Collins. And in front, Ballantyne.
Yeah, good play, Johnny Ballantyne. You must play in front of your man. And Alessio was caught behind. Here's Tony Shaw. Brings it to centre wing and Mark Harvey. Well,
terrible kick from Tony Shaw out of defence, Pete.
It was. And Essendon just starting to look a little bit better now. Here's Mercury. And looking far more dangerous. Mercury. Oh, a shocking kick by Mercury. An absolute shocker. Straight into the hands of Jason McCartney.
Through Krasiska to Ballantyne. He's had trouble all day, John Ballantyne. Here's Graham Wright. ankle operation a couple of weeks ago. He's moving beautifully. Off the left he goes to half forward, and that's perfect. That was Sanderson. And now inside the 50, and Rocker.
There's some terrific shepherding in that passage of play there too by Bradley Plain on Sean Denham to give Graham Wright clear passage through.
Well, Rocker has had plenty of shots in this second quarter. He's kicked 1, 2 and 1 out of bounds in this turn. This time, home for all money. Four goals to Big Sav.
Yes, and obviously the danger man there, playing at full forward, giving Collingwood a 14-point advantage. Here's Big Sav Rocker, well out in front of the young fullback Robert Stevenson. I think he set him a pretty big task, Kevin Sheedy, putting Stevenson at fullback.
Now, Sanford came off. What about him, Dipper?
He certainly has, Drew. He's come straight off and applied 2 ice bags to his left hamstring, and looks like he won't take part. And David Calthorpe once again is getting his Achilles attended to here.
Enough hamstrings to make a half.
Oh. Well, someone could come up with something to prevent footballers getting hamstring injuries. He'd make a fortune. Now there's Flood. Was that a mark?
Yes, great mark.
So it's a mark to Flood at the 50-metre line, and they need it, the Bombers. Collingwood just being able to handle everything Essendon can throw at them.
Yeah, this is a good mark out in front of Gavin Krasiska. Krasiska picking him up. John Ballantyne has got the resting ruckman Stephen Alessio.
So David Flood has kicked 1. A trail by 14 points, the Bombers. The siren sounds as Flood kicks from 51 metres. Oh, an ordinary kick. Oh, this might have bounced through for a goal. Yes, you wouldn't believe it. Oh, luck's a fortune. Right on half-time, some shepherding going on in the square, and the ball has bounced about 5 metres out and gone for a goal. Have a look at this, Bernie.
He loses his footing there, David Flood, as you could see in replay. He was actually looking back at the spot where he tripped, and some shocking defence there by the Collingwood defenders, letting that one bounce through for a untouched goal. So that is a terrific result there for Essendon, because David Flood certainly did slip as he kicked.
2 goals to David Flood right on half-time. Number 14 you see on screen is David Calthorpe. Sheedy would be a bit happier after that kick. Well, it's a final. Timmy Watson. Now let's see his hamstring go here as he goes. Oh, look at that.
Yes, just stretching out. Timmy in a lot of trouble. He went off in the first game against the West Coast Eagles with that problem.
Well, it looks as though there'll be a lot of work in the medical rooms at half-time at the MCG here today. They go off with the Pies leading by 8, 9-5-59 to 7-9-51. An 8-point margin to the Pies as we start the second half. Alessio, clean possession. Too easy out of the middle. Inside 50. Simon's falling back and will take a free kick.
Being held, the umpire has deliberated on.
Yeah, this was one of the poor areas of Michael Simon's game, his kicking, but he's passing this time.
But he was looking for Salmon, but that's great courage being shown there to drop in halfway and take the mark backing into a leading Paul Salmon. And now the ball's out with Simons again on the 50, and we'll have a throw-in.
Yeah, great courage, wasn't it? Great courage by Johnny Hassel.
Well, he probably saved a certain goal because Salmon was leading out to a pretty good kick now. Back it comes to Hills. Hills in towards full forward. No mark. Ola Renshaw is in out of the danger player. Shea Cockatoo Collins. Around the corner he goes. That is a beautiful kick for a great snap goal. Shea Cockatoo Collins shows a touch of class. Kicks a goal, and the Bombers now trail by 2 points.
Yes, Essendon's leading goal kicker this year, Shea Cockatoo Collins. A very clever centering kick there by Paul Hills. Thumped away from David Flood, and there's a roving done by the little fellow, Shea Cockatoo Collins. And a very promising player, picked up from Port Adelaide, with plenty of confidence, and does it very nicely around goal. 10 for the season now for Cockatoo Collins.
Now the margin back to 2 points. We look set for a great second half. Alessio wins virtually uncontested again, as he did for the first bounce. Buckley dodges. Hardwick nearly gets him. Monkhorst Renshaw across to Mercury. Francis takes the mark. He wasn't sure it went 10, so he did well there. To Buckley. From the back of the square to the front of it. Playing in the middle of the pack takes the mark. Bradley playing against his old side. Hoists it very high. Rocker, well placed. He hasn't got it.
Oh, he should have marked that, Severio.
Harvey did extremely well to get back there. The umpire will ball it up.
Oh, wasn't it a full forward's dream, that one, Bernie?
Well, they moved the ball down there very quickly. It was a high kick. He did everything with the body. Got Stevenson out of the way, and he certainly should have held that.
He dropped the chest mark. He won't be happy with himself. Plain ducks ahead. Onto the left boot. Hooks it back in front of goal across the face. Wanganeen, did he keep it in play? Let's have a look. He maybe should have gone to the line. This could be holding the ball against Renshaw.
I think he copped one there too, Renshaw. May have copped a knee.
Oh, he locked that ball in, and he took a big punt then, the Brownlow medalist Gavin Wanganeen, to keep that in play when it was so close to the defensive line.
Ricky Renshaw wished he'd kept it out.
So it's tapped down, and now it's taken over the line. That's the youngster Stevenson. So it'll be a throw in about 10 metres around the behind post.
James conceding a bit of ground. He's looking for Fraser. Whoa, is that thrown out to Cockatoo Collins? Umpire didn't think so. And Cockatoo Collins, who kicked the last goal, here he is in the last line of defence.
Nearly lost his shorts then in that tackle.
Made a great start to his AFL career, hasn't he?
Oh, he's got a lot of talent. One of the many players coming from that great club, Port Adelaide. Now here's a free kick in the ruck contest. And it's Brenton Sanderson, the former Adelaide Crow, to take this kick. In towards the danger player, Rocker. Stevenson, he's too big. He is too small. Sheedy has to do something right now about that. A good mark to Rocker. He's just too big.
No, that's a bad move. Stevenson playing at full back with big Severio Rocker. The big frame in front, 194 centimetres, 106 kilos. And there it is. Terrific grab. Stevenson just not physically big enough to handle Rocker.
Severio Rocker looming as the danger player for the Bombers. He's kicked 4. He stabs at goal. He's kicked his 5th. The Magpies again stretch the margin. It is now 8 points. Well,
he has a 6 centimetre height advantage, Severio Rocker. And Stevenson, still only 17 years of age, 82 kilos, plays 106. So what sort of task has Kevin Sheedy set this young man? Recruited last year from the Western Jets, still only 17 years of age. And there it is, strong grab, Rocker.
Back in the middle for the centre bounce. A goal each to start the second half. Alessio's won 3 out of 3 in the middle. Denham, a bit of a fumble, but he goes back with his hand pass. Hardwick. Inside centre half forward. The punch doesn't clear the area for Collingwood. Right, you're in trouble. Oh, just gets it away. Brown off to Shaw. Shaw's kick to centre wing. Fraser, but the ball out of play. That was Brenton Sanderson, who had 6 games for the Adelaide Crows.
Yeah, with full forward, of course, he hasn't got a lot of options, Sheedy, unless he moves David Flood back down there, but he needs him down in attack.
Well, you can go back to the ruckman at full forward, Peter.
He's missing Dustin Fletcher, isn't he, with his height and speed?
That's a huge loss. Huge loss, Fletcher. Now, it's on the boundary line and, in fact, rolls over. So, just looking around, he hasn't got many tall players, Sheedy, to put it full back. And the only option, I would say, as Bernie Quinlan just said, would be to rest the ruckman at full forward and put David Flood back down there. But knowing Kevin Sheedy, will probably go with the youngster. Now, Hardwick appealing for the free kick. Monkhorst gets it to Scott Russell. Russell off the side of the boot to the half-forward line. Brenton Sanderson can't control it. And he's forced to the line, and the ball rolls over.
Sanderson now playing at centre-half forward with Sanford off the ground.
His opponent, Mark Harvey, and they're contesting this boundary throw-in. Taken out pretty easily. Greenwald got it. Harvey to Thompson. And now a run from Renshaw. Took a knock to the head, but seems to have recovered. Centre of the ground. All Collingwood here, Buckley. Very quickly to the left boot. A high ball. Rocker. Yes, he's paid it.
Yes, he held that one. Thompson not happy with it. He's saying he had his hands on it first. Well, the big fella causing Essendon plenty of headaches at the moment. Let's have a look at this one again in replay. Thompson in good position. Well, both players had their hands on that ball.
Well, did he hold it long enough anyway is the question.
No. Don't think so that time.
No, having a look at it again in replay, I think it was maybe a very lucky one there for Severio.
So he's controversial today, Severio Rocker. Going for goal number 6. Has kicked it.
Rocker now with 19 goals for the season. Here it is in replay. Bomber Thompson in the front position. He had a fair grip on that one too. I think he may have had a fair point there when he had a word with the umpire. There is that very good kicking style though of Severio Rocker.
Well, there's a change. It's James Hird now.
Well, it was only a matter of time, I think, Drew, before a move had to be made there.
We mentioned it right from the start. The move was dangerous. It could change the whole game. So, crisis time for Essendon. They've lost 3 on the trot. The Magpies looking good to start this third term. Rocker is dominating this game at full. He could possibly have had 10 goals. He's missed a couple of sitters.
Yeah, one out of bounds on the full also to Big Sav Rocker.
So it's in the centre. They badly need a couple of quick goals. Here's Ola Renshaw. Their forward line is not functioning, Essendon. And look at Graham Wright. Well played as he crashes his way across half-back in towards the half-forward line. No mark, but a free kick to Collingwood, to Bradley Plain. So this is a real run-on by the Magpies. As I said, crisis time for Essendon as Collingwood getting on top. He went for a torpedo punt. He should have been setting it up for Rocker, Bradley Plain, and that's not good football.
That's terrible play by Bradley Plain. 60 metres out, he wouldn't have made the distance with a torpedo anyway. He should have just set it up for Rocker, who's marking everything that comes his way.
So boundary throw in, Rocker in ruck, belts it towards the goal square. Thompson gets back and shepherds the ball over the line.
Gee, if they drop this one, Essendon, the premiers, it'll be 4 on the trot, and boy, could they recover from it with all these injuries.
Even allowing for a final 8. It's starting to get a bit late then, isn't it? Francis goes back. And that was James close to the boundary line. Not a bad effort from there. He's kicked 3 goals.
Well, I think it's now the time for Paul Salmon to come good. He's got to kick goals for Essendon if they're to win this game. Already their star forward, Hird, has been moved to full back. Lovely kick out, finds Grenvold. But the Magpies looking very sharp. They've got their injuries, but they're going on with it. No mark. Centre wing, Gavin Brown. And the umpire will bounce.
And, of course, we should remember that Darren Buick, who kicked 52 last year, is off the ground injured.
That's a big loss.
Huge loss, because he's just so dangerous in that forward pocket. Centre wing. Tap down. Yeah, here's Hardwick. Oh, well played by the young player. To half forward. They need someone to take a mark. David Flood is there. Now Hills. Hills has got 2 Collingwood players after him. He went past the ball. Big Paul Salmon tries to get in a hand pass. He races after. Good play by Salmon. Back to Simons. He's got it at half forward. Hand pass went straight to Brown, actually intercepted. Good play, Gavin Brown.
Look at Cockatoo Collins go.
Buckley races away and with a long raking kick to the half full forward line. It clears the pack. Hird is there. Also Bomber Thompson, and James Hird sprints away out of defence.
Well, he could turn defence into attack here, Hird, but he's a poor disposal. Straight to McCartney, who might not have played on then, shouldn't have. He's lost it in the middle of the ground. McCurry, Hardwick, belted down by Francis. Knocked on, a chance here for Collingwood. Plain farms the ball out wide to Brown. Sensible kick by Brown, and Sanderson has it. Too far out to score, though. Comes in short. Rocker again.
Well, James Hird there just opting to go back and cover the goal face instead of staying with his man.
Well, Sheedy's...
And gave him 6 or 7 metres there.
Kevin Sheedy's got to put David Flood back at full back.
I agree.
He's just got to do it.
Rocco going for goal number 7.
Beautiful kick.
Great play.
The Pies have kicked 3 goals in this term, and Rocco's kicked them all.
And 7 for the match. And they've opened up a 21-point margin here at Collingwood. Doing it very nicely. The big fellow at full forward, Severio Rocca. This is a magnificent kick for goal. A very tight angle, and threaded that one right through the middle. James Hird is his 3rd opponent, and David Flood now playing at full centre-half forward.
Centre of the ground, Ben Doolan trying to crash his way through. Mercury goes off the ground. Hand pass smothered by Shaw. Olorenshaw to the half-forward line. They are falling down badly across the half-forward line, Essendon. Krasiska, the Magpie defence has been magnificent. Krasiska off the side of the boot. And in front of the Melbourne members, it rolls over the line. Hassel has been good down there. The Magpie defence terrific today. But I just feel they've got... Oh, look at that. Well, 5 centre breaks to Essendon, none to Collingwood. Well, that just proves how poorly their forward line Essendon is playing.
Well, that's right. Alessio has had a good quarter against Monkhorst, and he beats him again out of boundary throw-in. Hardwick inside the 50. A one-hander by Wright.
Doing a great job on Michael Simons.
Well, how good would he be if he was ever fully fit? Across the ground to Shaw. Shaw's pass is perfect to Buckley. 2 Port Adelaide players, or 2 ex-Port Adelaide players on each other. Cockatoo, Collins and Buckley. Buckley goes long, short of half forward. Terrific lead. That's Sanderson who shares a house with him. Bit of understanding there.
Brenton Sanderson, the former Adelaide Crow. He'll look down there. Rocca at the back. In front, Hird backed himself in. That is the only way to play it. Play in front of a big tall player like Rocca. Hird to the half forward line. Hand pass away. Back it comes from Mercury. Here's Simons, who's having a quiet day. On to Hardwick. Hardwick chips it in, and Mark Harvey, I wonder if he's been moved down there to half forward or if he's snuck down the ground.
Centre forward.
Maybe
well, here's the kick from Harvey. Will it clear the pack? It's a driving kick by Mark Harvey. It's a goal. A badly needed goal to the Bombers. Maybe that'll lift them as they try and get back into this game.
They need something, don't they, Pete? At this stage, Mark Harvey, he may be at centre-half forward, or did he follow that ball down the ground? No, I think he is playing, taking up his position on the half-forward line. And here we see this kick from Mark Harvey over the top, unguarded goal square. Of course, he was the leading goal kicker for Essendon in 1985, so he's played plenty of football on that forward line.
Harvey is playing centre-half forward on McCartney. Hardwick has had a bit of the ball since he came off the bench. A high ball. The hand pass up. Flood back on the forward line. Wide for Salmon. Can he keep it in? Well, his opponent's happy to see the ball out.
Still not great stats for Salmon today. 4 kicks and 4 hand passes, 4 marks in that also, but a lot of those were early in the match, so he hasn't done much in the second and third quarters.
He's kicked just 7 goals this season. He's been their leading goal kicker 7 times. Here's a chance for Flood. He's missed it.
Well, Collingwood have been well on top in this quarter, but after watching the Bombers right throughout 1993, they have just fought every game right out. They've come from impossible positions, and they won't give it up lying down. Oh, good attempt by Wanganeen. Oh, breaks the tackle. Great play by Wanganeen. Chips it in towards half forward. And this is Michael Simons taking the mark. They need a big lift across half forward, the Bombers. Now, Salmon's a long way out from goal. It's a wobbly kick. Salmon waits at the back, thumps it down the ground. Harvey went in hard after it. Salmon is there again. Out it comes. Number 15 was Hassel, getting it to Buckley, and Buckley cleverly around the boundary line puts it over.
Salmon palms this one down. Hills went without it. Kerrison. Francis round the boundary line, gains a few metres. I wonder whether another change could be Wanganeen. Get him up into the play. He's playing in the back pocket. The Brownlow medalist is not right in the middle of the action. He's playing on Russell, who's just recovered from glandular fever.
Yes, it wouldn't hurt Drew. Give him a run. May spark something around midfield.
Now, here's a strong tackle and held to him, the umpire said. The only thing, if you did that, you've got Harvey away from the back line. Taking a few of your good players away from your back line just might weaken that a bit.
And when you're behind, you've got to catch up.
That's true. Grenville. Oh, I should have kicked it. Williams put it on the ground. Shaw, a clever little hand pass. Graham Wright receives from Kerrison. Running players everywhere for the Magpies. Look at this. Paul Williams on the Buckley. Buckley brings it in. Where's Rocker? Rocker and Hurd. Rocker can't mark. He's still in there, Severio Rocker. Hurd battling his heart out against Rocker, and he handballs to the line, and it's a real contest down there now with Rocker versus Hurd.
Well, it was set up though, wasn't it, for a Collingwood goal there with that.
It might have been
run out of the middle there from Buckley. Graham Wright, terrific little dodge there to get around. Here we see this hand pass, great hand pass. Buckley on the end of this from Williams, and it was set up for Rocker to take the mark.
It might have been more of a free kick in here than some of the others he's got. Just missed it there. So we're having a ball up in the forward pocket. Collingwood in attack again. They lead by 14 points. Essendon have lost their last 3 games, but never by more than 18 points. Here's Ola Renshaw, dragged down, a terrific tackle by Fraser. That's where pace counts. Brown, Francis, Kerrison, hand pass blocked. The Bombers really fighting it out. They're at 6s and 7s. They're against the odds. Buckley off the left. A centering kick is clever. Rocker! No mark. The hand pass is straight to the path of Plain. Oh, but it's socked away from him by Thompson.
Out there is Grenville. Good shepherding, Michael Simons. Grenville in towards Harvey. I think that is a good move to get Harvey across that half-forward line because he's courageous. He'll fight like heck. In towards half-forward. Oh, Salmon had no idea where that ball was. Taken by Monkhorst. On to Scott Russell, off the side of the boot, playing at the back of the pack, and a push out. Oh, the umpire's played a push in the back against Bradley Played. He's not arguing. Free kick, Bomber Thompson.
Out to Cockatoo Collins. A high ball, centre wing to Simons. Beats a man. Gets around James. Kicked by Simons to the 50. Krasiska is there to do the spoiling. The 228s on each other. Scooped off the deck. Williams going for a run. Doolan chasing. Won't catch Williams. To the 50. Hurd leaves his man Rocker. Good tackle by Plain. Back to Thompson. On the bounce to Doolan. Just recovering from his chase. This man can run. Shea Cockatoo Collins. To half forward. Salmon surely. No mark. Was it out? Yes, out of bounds.
Again, in good position to take that mark, Paul Salmon. He's certainly out of sorts at the moment.
Yes, he started off well. He took 3 or 4 marks early in the game. Hasn't done a lot since. He has to kick goals, Salmon. Now, over the back was Hassel. The Magpies swoop on it. Tony Shaw is here. Now Ola Renshaw tries to hook it out. It's locked in there, and the umpire will come in and bounce way out at half forward for the Bombers. Just under 5.5 minutes left in the third term, 64 to 78. So that's 14 points. Well, it's not a lot in modern day football. There's a quick kick by Simons. In towards Hills. It clears the pack. Hills goes in again. It's a loose ball at half forward. It's trying to get around Flood. Flood hooks it back in front of goal. A mark. Play on, the umpire's called. Cockatoo Collins. He didn't mark it. Will this clear the line? No, it won't. Oh, mark dropped by Kerrison. On to Hassel, it's a poor hand pass. Here's Williams, the first gamer. Finds Flood. Flood hooks it back in front of goal. They need a mark. And there it is. Michael Simons flies over the back and takes a really good mark, and that's just what the doctor ordered for the Bombers.
Certainly. Shane Kerrison, I think, would have his head hung low after this performance of his, dropping the mark and then hand passing to the wrong side, missing 3 or 4 of his teammates were there ready to back up. He missed a lot of them, and that set up this chance for the Bombers. Michael Simons certainly very strong overhead, His kicking has been the weakness in his game in the past.
Yes, I've seen him miss some sitters from in front too in the past. I don't want to put the mocker on him, but he's directly in front. He'll kick from about 25-30 metres. And he'd be a little bit nervous. He sometimes kicks with a wobbly kicking action. The Bombers need it. He stabs it right through the middle for a goal. That's his first. And the Bombers creep closer, and Shane Kerrison is benched.
Yeah, well, that was a bad mistake from Kerrison. Here it is in replay. Misses a sitter chest mark. 3 Collingwood players there. He misses a lot of them, and that sets it up. Williams gets a hand pass to Flood over the top. This is a great mark to Michael Simons. Big leap over the top of McCartney. Terrific effort.
So Kerrison pays the price for his mistake, and Kent Butcher gets his first run. Buckley a little kick. It might have gone backwards. Denham goes off the ground. The Bombers forcing the ball forward. The hand pass to Cockatoo Collins. His kick is offline and beats Salmon over the boundary line for a throw-in. But actually, even though Essendon trailed by 8 points, they've dominated out of the middle, especially in this third quarter, where Alessio has done sensationally against Monkhorst.
So forward pocket for the Bombers. If they can get a goal here, they'll only be 2 points behind. And who would have thought of that? Salmon, a quick kick. Yes! 2 points the margin. Paul Salmon's done it. Oh, look at the Bombers supporters now. This game has changed complexion.
It certainly has. Who would have believed this? It looked as if Collingwood had taken control. Here it is. Ballantyne winning actually in the ruck. Somehow bouncing to Salmon. And a hurried snap around his body. Reduces the margin now to 2 points in Collingwood's favour. 2 goals to Big Paul Salmon. 464 career goals.
Hard to win a ball out of the middle, but Tony Shaw gets the first kick. Stevenson smothered. It's knocked up Collingwood's way to Brown. High ball. Rocker one out. Taken out of it by Hurd. It bounces all right. Sanderson's hand pass goes behind Plain. Wanganeen round the boundary line. He goes. Clever play, Wanganeen. To Hardwick. Now to Mercury. And the Bombers look as though they've got new life in the last 5 or 6 minutes.
Mark Mercury to David Flood. Thumped away from Krasiska. Free kick paid. On to Denham. Here's the lead by Salmon. Oh, it's kicked straight to the man. Now David Flood rebounds. Brings it in the goal. Oh, you wouldn't believe it. The Bombers now lead by 4 points. What a comeback. They never give up.
3 goals to David Flood. 2 goals in the second quarter when he was moved onto the forward line, into the forward line, and now 1 in this third quarter. And the Bombers certainly have found something in this third term. Mark Mercury, the long kick in the forward line, thumped away there by Krasiska. It spills to David Flood. Again it spills to David Flood. That kick smothered, and from 45 metres he puts the Bombers in front.
So deep into the third quarter, the Bombers lead for the first time in the game. Monkhorst gets his hand to it first, but doesn't clear the area, and another ball up.
And with all our coaching moves up here, they're coming off me. There's Lee Matthews and Ronnie Richards, but Flood has come right into the game in the last 10 minutes, and Hurd doing all right down there at full back.
Once again, Alessio wins in the middle. Hills goes off the ground. Hassel for Collingwood. Done some courageous things. Belted over by Harvey. Holding the ball, Essendon free kick.
And Harvey certainly has made a difference at centre-half forward also.
The free kick to Cockatoo Collins. They had 2 men in the square. It goes in that direction for Salmon. The punch gets behind the pack. Dashing back is Brown.
Gavin Brown, a one-on-one contest way out there at half-back. Fraser will have the pace. He's got back up to ball. There he is, little Tony Shaw. Well played. Former captain of the club. Big heart. Onto the right foot, down towards half forward. It's no mark. It clears the pack. This is the youngster, Stevenson. They lock it in there at half forward, and the umpire will come in and bounce with 1.5 minutes to go till 3/4 time here at the MCG.
Bombers have it again. There's a high tackle. It's against Scott Russell. And the free kick goes to Bomber Thompson. 82-78. The Bombers by 4 points. Centre wing dropped by Simons. Wright's with him. The knockback. It comes to Hardwick. In his first game. Butcher just on the ground. Good mark. No, not paid. A baller.
And I think they both had a share of that one. And Kent Butcher giving it back to the umpire. Almost in the centre of the ground. Under the minute to go to three-quarter time. A goal to either side here would be very handy. Now, that's Hardwick. Oh, look at this. Cockatoo Collins has got it. He chips it in. The lead is on. Salmon! Oh, big Paul Salmon on the lead. Has marked the time clock showing just over 20 seconds to three-quarter time. And the big fella has kicked two, Bernie.
Yes, and this is a badly needed one for Paul Salmon and for Essendon. His confidence wouldn't be all that high at the moment. John Ballantyne on the mark. It was a good lead. A good kick from Cockatoo Collins out in front. Paul Salmon certainly must lead with conviction. He has the height and body frame to make it very difficult for the fullbacks.
Well, the siren has sounded. What a vital kick in the context of this game, because if he kicks it, they'll lead by 10 points going into the final term. Paul Salmon, oh, shocker. Out to the right, didn't look like it. And the margin will be 5 points at three-quarter time. The Bombers have hit back hard. 12-11 to Collingwood. 12-6. A big clash here at the MC between two sides with huge followings. There's Tony Shaw. He loves these contests. There's a difference in age there. Tony Shaw and Damien Hardwick. Boy. And they're picking each other up. The bounce. The big back flick was by Alessio, but the Magpies go forward to the half-forward line. Punched down by Denham. It's a loose ball with Mark Mercury. Breaks the tackle. A little chip pass. Out wide, he finds Doolan. Doolan trying to get around. Oh, he's got to kick it. He does. He brings it in towards half-forward. David Flood pushing and shoving. The ball hits the deck. Still with the Bombers. Hills gets it back to Simons. Simons brings it back in front of goal. Paul Salmon, can he get there? No, he can't, and the ball bounces before the line for a throw-in deep in the Bomber forward pocket.
Well, this half hour of football should be something to watch. 5 points the margin, Bombers in front. Salmon clean possession and boot the ball. No mark, didn't travel the distance. Hills claiming it. Kerrison quick to apply the tackle. Kerrison was benched late in the third quarter, but has won a reprieve. The umpire will ball this up.
So travelled about 3 metres, that kick. By Rowan Saws, David Howlett and Trevor Garrett. Now the ball hits the deck. Williams is there. Play on, calls the umpire. This is Hassel. Oh, the handball is smothered. Hassel caught. Oh, that could be holding the ball. Yes. A great tackle. Who was that? Simons.
Michael Simons it was.
Michael Simons from behind. Johnny Hassel had plenty of time to get rid of it, and he was nailed.
Yep, had plenty of opportunities here, Hassel. A mistake there, ran into Graham Wright. Terrific persistence there shown by Michael Simons. Well, not an easy shot at goal, though. We'll be kicking from about 45 metres on a very tight angle.
Well, Simons' last 10 minutes of the third term was pretty good, Bernie.
No, he's a good player, Michael Simons. No worries about that. But his kicking has let him down in the past.
He's kicked one. Oh, gee, this will be a handy one to the Bombers. He's on a cute angle. It's a high floating kick. I think he might have missed this. He has. Just to the right. So as we look at the scoreboard, the margin is the even goal.
Collingwood led by 21 points in the early stages of the third quarter, and they were overtaken by the Bombers late in that term. Mark dropped by Brown. Shaw with the crumbs. Pops it straight in the air. A throw, says the umpire. Free kick against Shaw.
Great tackle by the new player there for the Bombers, Damien Hardwick.
And he's done particularly well. He spent about half the game on the bench and has had 12 possessions since coming on. Salmon!
Well, that's what he has to do, Drew. He must lead, put his big frame in front, and go for those marks with a lot more conviction. It makes it very difficult for a player. Ballantyne giving away a lot of centimetres. Salmon, once he gets in front and uses his leap, impossible to stop.
Well, he is very strong as well, and well, they gave him plenty of space for that lead. That was good play by Essendon.
The Bombers lead by one straight kick. Can Salmon make it 12 points? Yes! Well, against all odds, you'd say, they lead by 90 to 78.
There's 3 goals now to Paul Salmon. The pass from Hardwick after being awarded that free kick through sheer persistence with that tackle on Tony Shaw. And the kick now from Paul Salmon. He's just starting to show glimpses that he may be coming back into form. 3 goals, 2 now to Paul Salmon.
Points the margin. The Bombers in front. Can the Magpies hit back? They've also got plenty of pride. Here they come. Hand pass from Stephen Ryan. At the Paul Williams. He slips over at the inopportune moment. Tony Shaw is there. It's a loose ball. Comes out to Alessio. On to Hardwick, showing a lot of poise for a youngster. Towards half forward. No mark to hassle. Here's Graham Wright, who's done some brilliant things. Free kick to right. He was held. No. Play on, calls the umpire. Ola Renshaw. Back it comes to Hills. Oh, that's a free kick to Ricky Ola Renshaw. It must be paid. He was jumped into from the back, and there is no doubt about that one.
Yes, Kerrison knew he was gone, so he made him earn it completely, didn't he?
So Ola Renshaw from centre wing sets it up for Salmon. Salmon caught at the back. Monkhorst at the front. There's Harvey with a quick kick. It clears the line. Free kick out on the full, and it will be taken by McCartney.
Harvey, one of the many changes, swung by coach Kevin Sheedy, moving to centre half forward in the 3rd quarter. Free kick in by McCartney. Monkhorst playing his 100th game. Might have got the better of Alessio that time. Oh, Ola Renshaw a bit of a fumble and loses ground. They're losing it in possession. Thompson goes back. Stevenson, the youngster, up to centre half forward. Good mark, taken by Krasiska, backing into the pack.
Terrific mark, Gavin Krasiska. Now, he's looking for an option. He's got no one clear, so he's going to have to go back and kick it long. The Bomber players congregating. Oh, look at Wanganeen floated across the front. And that is a classy mark. Now, he's got a loose man out wide here. Now, let's have a look. It's Mark Harvey. He's on centre wing. No one leading. Now Flood leads out to the half-forward line, but he brings it in looking for... Oh, I've heard a chip down there, and Williams. Now, is he paying the free kick or the mark? He's paying the mark to Williams. A shocking kick, but it clears the pack. Salmon after it. Ballantyne. Ballantyne slips over. Salmon locks it in. Knocks it on. Shaw slips over. Cockatoo Collins has got it. Oh, he's kicked. It rolls in front of the Essendon goal, and Kent Butcher takes it through. A behind to the Bombers, a rush behind.
Well, the players losing their footing there. Tony Shaw, one of them. And Johnny Ballantyne went over also. The surface here at the M2G just giving a little bit today.
2 goals, 1 that makes it, so it's going to take at least 3 scores if Collingwood to get up and win. Here's Fraser, up to centre wing. Good running by Brown. Terrific play. Oh, then he had it spent, but oh, the umpire paid the mark. Might have been a fraction early. Gavin Brown, 16 possessions. His kick to centre half forward. Rocker comes to the back of the pack. Steve Ryan tries to go off the ground. Buckley to Ryan. 30 metres out. Kick by Ryan. Long side of the post. Ex-Richmond player.
Yes, Stephen Ryan. He also, his brother Des Ryan, played at Richmond at the same time. Number 17 you see on screen is Brenton Sanderson, formerly of the Adelaide Crows. Shares a house with the Collingwood star Nathan Buckley. Here's James Hird. He's looking out wide there for Alessio. Oh, good mark. A brilliant mark by the big fella.
He's done very well, hasn't he, Alessio, on Damien Monkhorst?
Well, with him there, they can leave Salmon at full forward, which is a big bonus. Now, good mark to Ricky Ola Renshaw. Now, there's just little things going the way of the Bombers now. They've lifted their work rate.
Gee, they sure have. Kicked by Ola Renshaw up towards half forward. Flood, off hands it goes. Grabbed by Hills. Out in front of goal. Salmon. Ballantyne with him. Mercury goes back. Gee, it's hard to win a possession here. Mark Mercury across the ground. Good vision. Doolan takes the mark. Harvey runs into space from centre half forward. It goes in that direction. Brasiska goes with him. It's Collingwood's ball. Hassel. He blew it from here last time. Not this time. Well done by John Hassel. Kerrison. Going to get the ball, son. Doolan. Stevenson. Look at the desperation. A slap up the ground to Hills. Short pass to Harvey. He didn't mark it. Dropped the sitter. Right. He's grabbed when he didn't have it on the ground. Play on. Francis.
Oh, Francis got a loose man out wide. Let's see who it is. It's Mark Fraser. 2 goals the margin. Fraser to centre wing. Oh, good kick. Finds Sanderson. Sanderson. Way out at centre wing. Off the side of the boot to half forward. Wanganeen holds his ground. Hurd with a hand pass. Gavin Brown. Oh, it's fumbled by Williams. Williams on the left foot. Hooks it back half forward. The Essendon players congregate. But over the back. Oh, Tony Francis a touch of the fumbles. He's got it. Hand pass back looking for Sanderson. Olorenshaw dives on it. Sanderson again. He's caught. Throws it up in the air. Is that a free kick to Collingwood holding the man? Yes. Scott Russell will take it. And he's about 75 metres from goal.
A lot of fumbling taking place in this last quarter. The pressure of the situation really starting to play on these players' minds.
Oh, heaps of mistakes. Russell to Monkhorst. Playing in his 100th game. Takes his 3rd mark. And a straight kick here will put them within a further straight kick.
Well, he's kicked 18 goals in his career, Drew.
So he's happy with long odds, would you?
Oh, he's a pretty good kick for goal normally, Monkhorst, when he does have a shot.
In the rucking, Jules, he's probably had to lower his colours today to Alessio. The goal here could be all important to the Pies. He's hooked it behind.
Oh, you've got to get those ones, don't you?
Lee Matthews right next door to Kevin Sheedy. Who ought to be hot in there.
And a little chip kick finds Hills. Hills has come into the game. Now, Doolan's calling for it. Now he's going to transfer play to the other side. It's a wobbly kick, a floater. And nearly a good mark to Olorenshaw. Hardwick looking for Mercury. Mercury should take this to the line, and he does. So it's still at half forward for the Magpies. They're only 11 points behind, and they've got just over 11 minutes of play left in this game.
Alessio just back from a 5-week holiday, courtesy of the tribunal, and he flogs Monkhorst again. Clean possession. Chest mark dropped by McCartney. He gets it going Collingwood's way. Thompson with courage. Flood off and running now. Williams a little hand pass to Doolan. His goes behind Simons. And let Hassel in. Gee, it's tough in there. Butcher. Kick by Butcher to half forward. Monkhorst from behind. No mark. At ground level. Sanderson tripped up. It'll come back. Free kick to Sanderson.
Brenton Sanderson way out at half forward. Long way from goal. 85 metres from goal. Now he's bringing in towards the half forward line. Rocker! Well played by the big full forward. He went underneath it. Then he ducked back behind James Hurd. And he took a good strong mark. If he kicks this for his 8th, they'll only be 5 points behind.
Yes, here's the replay. Actually, James Hurd's done pretty well since going to fullback on Rocker. Just using the body pretty well. Led him under the ball, kept him going. And with his big bulk, was able to slip back and take that mark.
Can he be the hero? He's taken 9 marks. Kicking for goal number 8. A top display of full forward play by big Saverio Rocker. Oh, he's drifted this to the right. Oh, he's just missed it. 2 bad misses by the Magpies in a couple of minutes, and that could be very costly.
10 points the margin. Gee, if you watch Essendon this year, you mightn't always win, but you get a good contest. Biggest margin in their 4 games has been 18 points. What a kick by Hurd. Onto the chest of Olorenshaw on the cricket pitch. Away to Denham. Defence into attack in a trice. Denham wide. Flood. 15 metres clear. Flood goes for goal. Close. Just offline.
Three goals, 3 now to David Flood. What a great kick from fullback there from James Hurd.
It reached the centre. Now, Taking the ball is Shane Kerrison. He comes from half-back and a wobbly kick around the boundary line. Scott Russell is there. Hills really is, well, you've got to hand it to Paul Hills. He's really lifted his work rate to come right into this game, Bernie.
Yes, he certainly was beaten well
Early.
by Buckley early. Had a stint on the interchange bench.
But Buckley's drifted out of the game.
Gone right out of the game.
It's at centre wing with Moncourse. Plane goes to ground. Umpire will come in and bounce it again.
18 possessions, Buckley. He had 7 kicks in the first quarter. He's only averaging about 20 possessions per game this season. Alessio again. Graham Wright. Down he goes. He's in after it again, and the umpire will ball it up. Ankle operation 2 weeks ago for Graham Wright. In pre-season he had a nerve virus which just about threatened his career. Moncourse wins an important one this time. Brown up to half forward. Here's Buckley. Good hand pass. Plain good pickup. Chance for the Pies. Kick by Bradley Plain. 2 against 2. Rocker at the back, no mark. Doolan. Ryan's there. Doolan to Hurd.
Plain had the chance to give the hand pass to Tony Francis also.
The thump away. Olorenshaw is there. Butcher is there also. Still Ricky Olorenshaw. Gets it across to the youngster. Damien Hardwick sets it up for Salmon. Salmon pushing, shoving. The ball hits the deck. Well played, Michael Simons. Brilliant play as he races in after it. Surrounded by Magpies. Still going on Simons. That helps Flood. David Flood's got it. Chips it back. That's great play by Flood. He saw Salmon with terrific vision and he picked him out.
Yeah, he didn't blaze away, did he, Pete? There was good vision there shown by David Flood. He's played a pretty good game, David Flood. He's been around since 1986, playing game number 51 today. Here we see this in replay. Players tumbling over everywhere. Didn't blaze away. Saw him there. A lovely little chip pass to Paul Salmon.
Salmon is kick free. He is directly in front. And if he kicks this with just over 7 minutes of play left, it'll be a tough task for the Magpies. Paul Salmon for goal number 4. The crowd roaring as Salmon comes in and slams it through for a goal. The big full forward has kicked 4. The Bomber fans are happy, and now the margin is 17 points.
Well, they should be very happy after being 21 points down in that third quarter. They've turned things around again, as they did in that first game of the season against the West Coast Eagles here at the MCG. 35 points down that day. They've shown terrific heart today getting back into this match.
Collingwood making some enforced changes. Ryan back into defence. McCartney's gone up forward. Moncourse out of the middle. Short of the 50-metre line. Doolan, he gave it. He gave it. Got away with it. Wanganeen to Harvey. The old flick pass, wasn't it?
Well, it could be deemed a throw, couldn't it?
Harvey's kick to half forward. Simon's very high. Punch down to Brown. Oh, not a great kick by Gavin Brown. A lot of height in that. Russell has been out of it since a good start, and you'd expect that. Oh, the illness he's had.
Did Wanganeen go in?
Yeah, he showed a lot of courage there, Gavin Wanganeen. Threw his body in, and Essendon able to tie it up once more.
Centre wing, the Magpies badly need a couple of quick goals to give themselves a chance. At the moment, Essendon have really, since half-time, have got on top. Tony Francis has gone out of the game, Bernie.
Yeah, not great stats for Tony Francis. 9 kicks and 3 hand passes.
Oh, not enough for a rover. Nowhere near enough. Centre wing, Moncourse, the big thump to half forward. Shea Cockatoo Collins off the side of the boot. Oh, courage shown by Doolan. Now a quick kick. That was by Sanderson. Rocker at the back. Oh, he couldn't mark it. Still going on with it. Rocker chasing Mercury. And Russell off the ground. I think he's kicked the goal. Yes. Well played by Scott Russell. The Magpies are coming back. 2 goals to Scott Russell. Well, 11 points the margin.
Scotty Russell has played most of the game in the forward pocket. And of course, has had a bout of glandular fever. A very talented player. 8 kicks and 2 hand passes today for Scott Russell. Hasn't been used on the ball.
5 thrilling minutes left. Alessio wins again in the middle. Francis has the ball. He gets it away. Sanderson. Mighty kick by Sanderson. Rocker! Free kick against him.
Very unlucky, isn't he?
He did jump very early.
Yeah. I think it's got to come back. It's got to come back.
Fine line, wasn't it? A very fine line. His eyes are on the ball.
Well, he had a couple of very, very
Doubtful
lucky ones early in the game.
Have a look.
Let's see. Jumps early.
Oh,
a lot of interference early. A lot of interference.
I think a very unlucky Severio Rocker, but he got a couple of lucky ones early in the game, Bernie, didn't he?
He didn't actually jump into James Hurd there. He just used his body to push him out.
Chest, that's all right.
I like that as a mark.
Perfectly legal. Here's Alessio, and clears the pack. Gee, what a big difference to the game if that mark had been paid. My goodness me. It's a fine line between winning and losing, but the Magpies still going on with it. Nathan Buckley brings it into Rocker again. It's a wobbly kick. The Bomber players race at it. It eludes everyone. The Brownlow medalist has got it. Gavin Wanganeen with poise. Oh, he comes in. That's good defensive play, Wanganeen. He's taken it. Oh, have a look at this. He's still going. And he puts it over the line. Deliberate. He's been pinned for deliberate. Way out and half forward. And here come the Magpies.
Of course it was deliberate. He ran at the line from 50 metres. Rocker! No mark! Couldn't get boot to ball. It's in the goal square. Oh, rushed behind. Look at the desperation. And young Hardwick in his first game, did you see him go at that one?
He hits the post very hard here, young Hardwick. Desperation. Sanderson trying to get a boot to it. And crunch into that post. He's been good. A lot of desperation, Hardwick.
10 points the margin. I wouldn't be going short. Oh, plenty of poise too by James Hurd to Bomber Thompson. Thompson with experience. He nearly kicked it back to Hurd in the goal square. He thought about it. And then he brings it to centre wing. The flyer is Graham Wright. Now Hills almost threw it away. Kicked in midair. Taken by Gavin Brown. Where's Rocker? Here he is. He's got Hurd the beat. The ball hits the deck. Oh, Wanganeen's been brilliant in this last few minutes. Look at this. And he kicks it wide and he finds Mark McCurry.
That was great vision. McCurry going for a run. Taking it all the way. The kick to half forward. Alessio. Stephen Alessio's been great today. A throw. He's been penalised. 3 minutes remaining, 10 points the difference, the Bombers in front. Monkhorst, grabbed by Cockatoo Collins. Well done, Monkey. To Francis, a little kick, gained some ground.
Wow, what a game, a huge crowd here at the MCG. Essendon came back courageously. Now the Magpies trying desperately to get the 4 points. They're 10 points behind. They've got 2 minutes and 50 seconds of play left in this match. Monkhorst battling hard. Here's Doolan setting it up for full forward. Salmon waits at the back. Then tried to knock it on. Well played, Johnny Valentine. Great use of the body as he brings it to the wide open spaces. Ricky Ollerenshaw. Oh, he copped it across the head. Fraser. Mark Fraser races forward. Rocker at the back. Hurd at the front. Oh, look at that from Mark de Grenvold. He read that beautifully.
Last line of defence. Short pass to Stevenson. 2 minutes 15 remaining. Collingwood need 2 goals to win. Stevenson, short pass. Simons balked at it. Fraser goes for goal. It's close. It's home. There's still a chance.
Mark Fraser's first goal for the afternoon puts Collingwood within 4 points. Here we see in replay the kick from Stevenson for some unknown reason. I think Simons may have just slipped there at the critical stage and over the back. Fraser taking the mark, dashing into goal there, kicking his first goal, and 4 points is the difference.
The Bombers by 4 points. Just under 2 minutes of play left. As the kick comes down to half forward, they run at it. The bounce, Cockatoo Collins holding the man. It must be. Advantage page. Stevenson chips it wide to Harvey. He's loose. Flood calling for it at half forward. The long kick comes in towards half forward. Simons is there. Williams flies over the back. Hassel did it well. Gets it to Sanderson. Sanderson up in the air. Hardwick with courage waited underneath that ball and took a ripper.
He's made a very impressive debut, this player.
Oh, free kick to Collingwood. Oh, boy. The free kick's been paid. And it'll be taken by McCartney.
Long kick inside the 50. Hurd in front. The ball punched away. Comes to the front to Mercury. He goes back to Cockatoo Collins. 1 minute and 7 seconds left. The kick wide. Hardwick, drafted from Springvale, playing his debut. Great debut. Grenvold to half forward. Flood works to the front. Hills just outside the 50. 7. No mark. No mark.
Dropped it.
Collingwood have it. 46 seconds left.
Gavin Brown. Oh, the crowd's roaring. 40 seconds in which to score a goal and win the game. Nathan Buckley brings it into Rocker. Hurd at the back. It clears the pack. Bradley playing against his former club. And the ball with Bubba Thompson as he takes it over the line. 28 seconds left. The throw in the Collingwood forward pocket. 4 points the margin. The Bombers in front.
Less than half a minute left. 74,330 at the MCG today. Last roll of the dice for the Pies. The hand pass back to Butcher. He's lost it. Hardwick again. Scott Russell. Thrown to the ground by Wanganeen. Doolan tries to see the ball out and succeeds. 17 left. The clock stops. So 16 seconds left for a boundary throw in on 50. Collingwood in attack.
16 seconds. Can the Magpies do the impossible? Moncourse flicks it back. Buckley around the corner. Alessio went for a handball. He should have kicked it. The players lock it in. 6 seconds to go. And the umpire's going to bounce it. Time's going to run out for the Magpies. What a game of football. There's the siren. The Bombers have won a magnificent game of Australian rules football here at the MCG, Bernie. Look at the players. They're exhausted. Both sides showed enormous courage. A 4-point margin to the Bombers.
Yeah, great character shown by the Bombers. Shea Cockatoo Collins, dipper on the boundary line.